Hear ye, hear ye.
That's one way to let people know about what's coming up.
Moving forward with the Dekker Team. Moving forward together with the Dekker Team.
We are thrilled that we've been able to create for you access to over 653 Life's Inside Track episodes where we share insider tips, making house home, and really how to build wealth wisely. And the great news is you can get access to them from home, from the office, or on the go. And subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Dekker Team YouTube channel specifically, as soon as you're not driving, as soon as you are able to sit near your device. I guess you don't even have to sit at a desk anymore, so that you get the shows as soon as they come out. We're going to explore why, well, really who should be in the September 25th, 2024 Building Wealth Wisely workshop. Who should be there and who needs to be in that room?
Yeah, so you want to listen with that listening ear. Oh, is it me? Are there some reasons that maybe I should be there? Because maybe you're not thinking about retirement, or maybe you're not thinking about building wealth wisely. And maybe you might want to be. So listen up and hear if any of these reasons are yours. And if they are, then you might want to just jump onto the dekkerteam.com website and register.
Right. And what's interesting is the first answer, which wasn't my first answer when we were bantering about this before we went on air. My first answer, though, is if you want to be in a community of like-minded people, that's a reason to be in the room. Because I am certain, based on the conversations I get to have every day and the conversations that people bring to me every day and the questions I get asked, is it's unpopular to figure out how to live below your means so that you can have a comfortable retirement. When you consider that over 63% of older Canadians fear never being able to retire, that's scary. That means they're still working.
Yeah, there's a difference between
comfortably
working because you like it and working because you want to, or you need a social outlet, but working because you have to in your senior years when maybe you're not physically comfortable or fit, or you're pushing through just because you need a few extra dollars to put groceries on the table. That's no fun.
That is no fun. So if you're thinking about retirement and you still have just a little bit of time before you're moving into those older years and you're thinking about it, right? You're already thinking about being able to retire comfortably. You want to be in the room. And if you want to do it in community, because like-minded community will actually keep you on track.
Absolutely. You might meet your next best friend.
You might. I've met some of my best friends in rooms not dissimilar from this.
Absolutely. And if your kids are about to go to university or college, or you're thinking about that, and maybe it's 10 years before they go, that's a better time actually than if they're going next year. But how do you get them through college or university without huge student loans that are going to be like an anchor on their financial life for the first 10 years when they need money for buying a home, starting a family, and all those things?
And if you're concerned that in a few years you're going to be needing to help aging parents because they're part of the aging population that aren't going to be able to retire comfortably, and you're thinking, I'm going to need to step in there and support or help financially, then you want to be in the room.
And so that room is on September 25th at our office, 5 Corvus Court. But don't just show up, because there won't be room for you if you do. You need to register on our website, dekkerteam.com. Go on there. It's $47 for the family. Younger children are not. Like, get a babysitter or whatever, because they're going to just distract you from what's really important for your family's well-being.
Right. And if you have anybody that's 16 years or older, right?
Mm-hmm.
In your family, whether they're 16, 20, 21, it is for them. The information isn't actually for you to bring home to them. Like, don't do it.
It won't work.
It won't work.
Not by the time they're that age. If you haven't taught them financial principles when they're young, then once they're a teenager, mom and dad don't know that much.
Likely. Maybe you're an exception, but I certainly remember when our son was in business college and taking high-level, decent business courses, and he came home to inform us that we didn't have a clue about what we were doing in relation to running a business.
Yeah. The nice thing
finances.
is when he graduated, he said, actually, I think you guys know more than the college teachers do. So
Which was lovely,
nice.
but there was a period of time there. So really, we've shared before that if you're an immediate family member, it's difficult unless it's by modeling to coach or tell someone how to do it. So you actually want them in the room. Mm-hmm. They want to be in the room. So if you're a younger person and you're in the car with mom and dad right now, driving somewhere, and you're thinking this is for old people, and mom and dad, of course, are old, we're going to say if you're 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and before you have your first real job, join us. There will be a very
5 minutes that will change your life.
I think so.
Yeah.
As long as you apply it. If you learn it and you don't apply it, it's not going to do any good. It's just going to agitate you.
Yeah. And if you're saying, you know what, Ken and Yetta, I work hard for my money. I work hard. I put it away. I put it away in a safe thing. But you haven't learned to teach your money to work hard for you, then this workshop is for you.
And if you're exploring wealth building, if you've heard, you've read, you've listened to some podcasts, you've read a few books, you've heard even horror stories, but you're still curious, if you're even actually, I would say, even if you're skeptical about building wealth through real estate, I think it might be a great room for you to be in, because some of our the skeptics, some of our best clients were actually hugely skeptical.
Wanted to prove that we were wrong.
Wanted to prove that this was crazy.
So they were willing to take action, and that action actually proved that we were right. So that's kind of a fun story.
And we have more than one of those stories.
Mm-hmm. If you feel like you want to keep more of what you earn and make more money and not give as much to the government legally, then this is for you as well.
And if you want to be able to give more, we know that it's more blessed to give than receive, or we want to believe that. Some of us believe it, some of us want to believe it, and we have nothing to give from, then that doesn't actually work. So if you want to give more than you're currently able to give, then this building wealth wisely workshop is for you. You want to be in the room.
Yeah. And maybe you want to give more because you've got a big vision for what you want to do. And maybe nobody else is doing it, but it takes a big chunk of money to get that giving or that charity going. And so you need to build up a nest egg to be able to do that.
Yep.
That may be a great thing. So one thing I like to say frequently is time freedom without financial freedom isn't freedom at all. And we're glad that you've been here, because together we're clarifying your options. And when your options are clear, your wisdom will flow.
Moving forward with the Dekker Team. Moving forward.